Everybody says that like when they're a dad, like, oh, wait till he or she comes along, and like it's proper like dad speech, isn't it? But it is true, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just bizarre. It's very bizarre. Like, there's nothing really better, is there? Like, you go for a little walk, stroll around the, I don't know, the block or whatever, and you're looking at her in a pram, as you know, you've been there, and you're just like, that's your little world.
Yeah, really.
It's just nice. It's just nice.
And I know every dad says this as well. Like, oh, they grow up so fast, but they really do.
Dude, it's like you so okay, so you sent me obviously a quick I think update of your daughter the other day, and I was like, bloody hell. And then I spoke to my friend Dean from back in London, and he was sitting on the sofa with his daughter, and I kid you not, she's 5'8" and she's only 11 years old.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's 5'8", Jay. I was like, what? And I haven't seen her for maybe a couple of years, and I was like, she looks like a little woman. I was just like, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, my daughter's nearly as tall as me. That doesn't take me.
It's wild.
Dan's next. Dad will be next on the daddy trip.
Dude, never say never, bro.
No. Swimmers say no.
Yeah, but bro, my blood work wouldn't reflect that my swimmers were that good.
Well,
takes one, bro. Takes one.
Yeah, well, we haven't not been trying for a long time. So,
well, just keep cracking, bro. It's like I say, when the one seems to get through, it might get through. You just got to rely on that one. So you do want to do it. You do want to be a dad, Dan.
I've always wanted to be a dad. I just don't think it's going to happen. Well, and also, like, I'm getting on a bit now. So yeah.
Men dude. I saw the other day that fucking Al Pacino and
Rod Stewart was like 120, wasn't he?
Rob De Niro had like kids in the last few years. I feel like the male part is they're the ones that seem to be able to fucking impregnate anybody at any age. It's the women then you got to be careful with, because they even say to the girls, like, once they're in their 30s, they're like, you might want to think about having a kid.
Yeah, like
weird one.
It's not really that. I just don't want to be like dead dad.
Oh, Dan, don't depress me. I'll get worried about shit like that because I'm pretty old. And
but I think about that shit all the time. I look at most of the things I look at in life. I look from a bit of a sad perspective. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad that I gave Yannicka something good for when I'm not here.
Yeah, that's like kind of bodybuilder weird mindset.
Yeah, we're all a bit like that, but then that's what I mean. You've got to look at it like, I'm glad that I can even look at it like that, because I'm like, well, at least then there's some fulfillment in my heart, because I'm like, we all feel like almost like we're on a borrowed amount of time when you bodybuild. I don't know why, as you get older, you get really aware of mortality and you start thinking, oh, I'm probably not going to be here forever. So my head's kind of like, well, if I'm not here forever, I would rather gift something for the person I love to love as much as she loved me when I'm not here. In a weird way.
No, it's not weird at all, man.
I don't think that's weird at all. And a legacy, my friend.
Legacy.
Well, you're so in the I always my sister doesn't want kids as well, so it might be the end of the McNab line.
It's tough one, isn't it, when siblings like her like that? I don't know. My sister does have a kid now, but I don't think she ever really wanted one, and then life just changed. But I wasn't really like talking about kids, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but you don't have the womb, so you don't have the final thought. You're just like,
that's it, bro. Those snaky bitches. All they got to do is stop
grab
taking
the bullets.
Yeah, they just have to take less drugs.
Yeah. Well, never say never, Dan. It's not,
no, of course not.
The cookie hasn't crumbled yet, so my fingers are crossed for you. There's a few friends that I know that are in a position of wanting to start a family, so I just wish everybody listening now good luck and keep trying. It means more chopping, as we call it.
More chopping.
More chopping the wood. Chop.
When you said there, Dan, like, oh, I don't think it's going to happen. So many people have said that I know when it happened. So.
Yeah, I remember actually, like, when I was like 16, my first real job, because then I could sell cigarettes, right, in a shop. So I got a job in a shop, and the guys who owned it were like, well, we can't have kids, so we just thought we'd buy a shop. It would keep us busy. But and then just shat out 3 of them in like succession. Like, as soon as they got the shop and they'd like kind of gone, well, that's not happening. Then they have 3, and now they're like, yeah, I mean, one of them is 21 now, which makes me definitely feel old.
Isn't
I
that
do
definitely
wonder,
a thing though? When people say, "Oh, once we stop trying,"
yeah, like when you put the pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Again, I only had a few conversations with people, but it always seems like the people that are really like, if you prepare to have a kid and you're like, okay, we're having sex to have a kid, it's almost like it doesn't work. From my understanding, you know, again, I can't say why.
Well, surely it's like a stress thing, you know, like say like females that bodybuild, when they're in a stress like state, they obviously stop ovulating.
Yeah.
I think like if you're really stressed about having a kid, it's probably the number one, because your body doesn't know like why you're stressed. It might think that your environment is not safe for a child.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it just knows that stress is present, and I suppose that in itself causes things to not do what they normally do.
100%. And I've seen, unfortunately, it like breaks some relationships where they want it so bad that then it actually like is the end.
Makes people fall out, doesn't it? It makes people it's sad. It makes people kind of start resenting each other when it shouldn't.
Yeah. How dare you not give me working jizz?
Yeah.
We're not there yet. Alice is a lot younger than me, so a lot makes it sound weird, but like she's got time.
Yeah, that's good. I was going to make a weird joke there, but I want
to. No, don't. Nonce jokes are too far.
Don't say that. Have to blast the word out straight away. Blue with the N word. That's the N word. That's even worse than the other N word.
I didn't even realize this is nothing to do with anything. I was obviously, you know, I play Call of Duty, boys. I was playing Call of Duty the other day, and the character I was playing as actually said someone's a nonce. I was like, what? Yeah, literally, the character, it was the girl I was playing as, and I killed someone in the game, and then it was like, take that, you nonce. I was like,
is that even allowed?
I think because nonce in America doesn't, I don't think it's the same as here.
Really? I mean, it's an acronym for, not unusual, like, basically means you're not allowed in the yard.
Yeah, so
really?
Activity, yeah.
I've actually heard that one, yeah. The nonce stands in the corner, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, so in England, obviously, nonce is what we call a nonce. So we've said it so many times. Sorry if this probably won't get any.
The word we were trying to avoid.
Yeah. Sorry, but it's like the word, you know, it's like the word gay in old. It means something different, doesn't it, to certain people?
Colourful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm full of gay.
Oh, damn, we're not going to get out $5 million US dollars now for our ads
for a podcast.
I just blooming. You're like, oh, get this one up, like collab and everything. You're like, you haven't even accepted your bell end.
Haven't even what?
You haven't even accepted the collaboration.
Oh,
honestly, we say this all the time.
I've had a nightmare.
We have had a chat with ourselves. Even Leroy's on board now. We do have to kind of like, come on.
I love that. We've had a chat with ourselves.
Let's get this done. We understand that the online space needs to be conquered a little bit. We need to stop just shooting the shit and fly on the wall shit. We are going to kind of. Yeah, that's all right doing it now.
No,
you missed the window.
Today's been just one of those days where it's just completely. Yeah, I've been chasing.
Ran away from you.
I've been chasing my ass. I've been trying to. I mean, I've had some new clients, which is excellent. Did some PT. Did some cardio, did some PT, did some food shopping, and then did that, and then I was like, it's 5 to 7.
Time.
5 past 7.
That's a productive day, though. That's a productive day.
Yeah, I got it done. It was all right. Yeah, that's good.
It's nice when you have a day like that. I had.
Leroy was going to jump on, but I bet it's to do with because I spoke to him last week, and he's in Birmingham. They're just forever doing roadworks there. He said like the 10-minute trip to the gym now is like taking like an hour or something. So he did message him, sorry he couldn't make it. He was going to try and.
Birmingham is horrific. It's horrific.
City living in the UK now. Traffic and it's too much, man. That's why I had to get out of the main areas, man.
Well, we were just never like, our buildings did not foresee our road layout.
Our roads are like tiny.
Yeah, was not expecting this.
It's like blood clots everywhere. You know what I mean? Like if you think of like you think of the vascular system of a human body, the UK is like got just capillaries that are really small, it doesn't have the arterial size and structure that it should have.
Apart from Milton Keynes, that has the grid system. But everywhere else, ruined.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you kind of adapt to your environment, but honestly, I could not cope. I couldn't do it. I mean, if I had to do it, yes, but it must be so stressful. Like, I have to drive like 15 minutes to work, and I get stressed
And
out
how really does
sometimes.
your nothing.
Yeah, I remember like commuting, like in Bristol, like on a bus, because even if you did drive, like you can't park there. There's no point.
Yeah.
I
will say that's kind of like this down here. It's kind of I use the bus to get into town.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, because you can't. What are you going to do when you're there? Or parking is 24 quid a day or something.
Exactly. So it's the
I'm
same
not even joking.
Really?
Yeah.
I've just got to go down the back road. So everybody's happy and healthy, James. Everything's all good.
Good, man. Yeah, I can't complain. I've just been, like I say, I'm kind of in a little bit of a bubble here, which I kind of welcome it. I came back to the UK for 2 days just to pick up some health subs because I got an ESN order sent out, and it didn't. Customs here, like, they block everything. So I was like, I better go home and get what I need and then come back. So I did a 2-day stint, turnaround, and then came back. And yeah, I don't know. It's just nice. It's just the environment changes, a little shift. I'm able to like hear and listen and not just be drowned out by noise. So I'm really welcoming it in a minute and just living the days for the minute while I can.
Amazing. Are you is there a training facility? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I train in the oldest gym in Oslo, which is called Harold's Gym. The owner is called Harold. He's a really nice chap. And it opened in 1981, and it's all original Panatta with wood panel walls. You've seen the walls, I'm sure. It's brilliant. It's totally Anth bells. Like, you love that place. There's pictures on the wall of all the old bodybuilders that we love, all signed. It's just like a homage to the bodybuilding that we love and know, and all the weights in there feel fucking heavy. Everything's still, like, the plates are all still old Panatta steel plates, and everything feels fucking heavy in there, but I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. There's some really good kit. It's over 2 floors. It's not a huge gym, but it's got everything you need. Some magical old pieces that you don't see anymore. It's just great, man. Like, I would love for people to come out to Oslo and just check it out and come and have a session and just do a little weekend.
That sounds like something we should do.
Should, man, honestly, because it's obviously Oslo's not very far. It takes 2 hours on a flight, and then the airport's only like, you can get a train from the airport into central Oslo in about half an hour.
That sounds good.
We're out the weekend, James.
Well, I've already one of my best mates, Luke, wants to meet Haley, my daughter, and I've said, like, get yourself over, man. So honestly, you guys would love it here. Like, I'm just looking over, like, I showed you the view. I'll show you, Dan.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just looking over the fjords, mate. Look.
Yeah.
James has not come back to the UK. Harold's Gym.
Harold's Gym and the fjords and good food, because obviously the meat is fucking good, and everything's, it's obviously a bit expensive living here, but bodybuilders, we're expensive people, really. Let's be honest. We so I don't mind. I'm just enjoying being surrounded by, like, forest. It's just pine trees everywhere. It's weird. It feels like you're in the middle of the woods, but you're not. It's so nice. I really do recommend you guys doing a little trip, man. A little hardcore trip, a couple of days.
Once your little one's a little bit older, I would love to. I've never.
Yeah, I'm sure Yannick doesn't want to all show up. Hey, boom! I'm fifth in the first door.
Yannika's parents are actually the ones that are like, yeah, you need to have some friends come over, try it out. They love, like, having people out, like, come in and see the place. So, mate, there's always an open invite to you guys, of course. But yeah, it's a nice city as well, because it's not very big. There's only 5 million people in the entirety of Norway.
Really? I mean, I don't. Yeah, I've not been good with numbers. That sounds like lots of people.
It's hardly any. Like, London alone has more. So it's you consider this as an entire country, and there's only 5 million. Space to breathe. And I'll tell you, the behavior of the Norwegians is very similar to the Japanese, in the sense that they won't invite you into conversation, but it's fine. You get used to it. They just mind their business and they just keep about their day. Obviously, if you wish to start a conversation, they're happy to talk. But things are very functional here. Like, you cross the road on a zebra crossing, people will stop. You don't have to say thank you, because it's just known that you stop. So us being British, like, someone stops at a zebra crossing, we're like, yeah, cheers, mate. And they're kind of like, why you say thank you? It's what I have to do. So they're optimal. Optimal is the word. They're real optimal.
So they're like in London where they just run you over because they're in
people, there's just rules and there's just things in place here that just, like, that's just how it is. There's a few things that are a bit odd, but I'll tell you, another thing that's really good about here, which is good and isn't good, is, like, they don't have Amazon. But because of that, but because of that, the shops are fucking busy and people go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I go back to like Croydon, I remember looking at Croydon where I used to live, yeah, and there's a whole centre called the Whitgift Centre. Every store in there's closed. It's like a desolate, it's shit. It's like post-apocalyptic scenes. Here, you don't get that at all.
Yeah, that is one thing that's missing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
actually going somewhere. I still like going somewhere to buy a thing. Like,
same. I love picking shit up and
yeah, I don't.
touching
I'm
it,
total
feeling it.
opposite now. Total opposite now, unfortunately.
Your
As much as
Bezos
I
is
hate to say it.
I'm making
Yeah.
it sound like I do that often. I like the idea. I don't actually do it. But
Yeah. I did notice how lazy I am when I'm in the UK. Like when I'm at home, I do Deliveroo for my food. I look at every opportunity not to go out the house. Whereas I'm here and like there's a pretty nice little supermarket down the road. It's probably about a 20-minute walk. I'm like fucking going there like 2-3 times a day because I'm like just nice to get out. It's so weird, boys. It's so weird how like where you are, the environment has such an effect on how you feel.
well, yeah, where I live's quite like industrial. Like to get to somewhere that has anything is like quite far.
Yeah,
And so it's like a bit, yeah, it's a bit
you
too.
got to go for a bit of the rough and the grime.
Yeah, whereas like where I lived before was like you could stroll to the shops and there was a coffee shop and stuff and people.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that a little bit more. I mean,
for sure.
you know, I've got the gym close, which is great. But there's only so many times you can go to the gym.
Yeah, it can't be your everyday, like when you're not actually, if it's not your gym and you don't have to be there, you kind of don't want to be there too much.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I'm careful with PT as well, actually, is because I find
get burnout.
if I did too much PT, then I was like, no, I want this to be my place.
Oh, you feel like you get more like that? Okay, that's like I found when I PT'd a lot in a place, I'm like, fucking hell, I hate being here now.
No, that's what I meant. That is what I meant. I meant like
okay.
Like I want it to be the place where I go to train.
Yeah, no one else go. Yeah.
Oh, right, sorry. I thought you meant to own the place down there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I didn't. I meant like for me. Like,
please, everyone leave. Everyone get out.
It was kind of like teaching, like music, like teaching music for like 10 years did suck some of the love out. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Being around it like so much. In that capacity. Anyway.
Yeah, it definitely is not difficult when you kind of own a gym, but it is different because you're not like going to the gym. You're just kind of like, I just kind of walk out the back and then I'm in the gym. Like,
yeah, yeah. You know that transition, like waiting outside, and like, like being like,
I just like pretend to wait outside.
Just go back. You got to go back out, sit in your car, play some like Guns N' Roses, and then
go
come
back in.
Yeah.
Re-enter.
I used to do that when I used to work the reception at Max Muscle. I used to like leave, go upstairs, get changed because you have like your certain clothes.
You got your uniform for training, yeah.
And then like I was going to the bedroom and like right, and then
bandana for back day.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, I don't really. I miss all of that stuff because I did used to have like specific clothes for legs, specific whatever. Yeah, maybe I should start going back to doing all that shit and then just hurt myself and just have to stop training forever.
You seem to be getting along all right though in a minute.
Nah, man, it's bad. It's really bad. I had a week off about 2 weeks ago. I had a week off and took some naproxen, and this is the exact reason why I need to not do that because I think that's why I've hurt my arm again. Is watching, we were talking about some branch one stuff, James. Yeah. I was out the back. I might have been after hours, and obviously nobody in the gym. I was like, yeah, fucking branch one upright rows.
For some reason, you can't do that upright row with a fucked up elbow and shit.
Yeah, I never even used to do them ever when I was competing and stuff and like
you just see them and shit. It's like attractive.
I was like, yeah, let's put an Olympic bar with some 20s. I was like, oh, it felt awesome doing them. Didn't feel anything in the shoulders or traps. I'd never ever felt them, but just felt good to fucking do it. And then the next day it was, like you had a condyles like you get tennis elbow on it. Oh man, just never been the same. And one of the ladies today asked me just, could you chuck this barbell up?
No, I can't.
Like, could you put this barbell on my back? And it was only like a 30 kilo like set bar. And I flipped it up. I was like, oh.
Don't show anybody that I'm in pain.
Not getting any better for some reason, but hey, never mind. Training looks like it's going all right, Jim. You're still banging away. That's some of that Panat stuff's heavy as shit. The old stuff, anyway. The new Panat's light as hell.
Yeah, the old stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's fucking heavy, dude. I'm obviously still battling an arthritic knee, but I'm doing my best. Just trying to go through the motions. It's funny actually because I was on Instagram today and I saw who was it? Fuck, from Redcon. Shit, not because he looks like Carl. He's not Carl, and he's not Carl because I know it might. I fucked up, and I don't. I'm bad. Let me just. I have to check this because I feel terrible. So give me 1 second. Because you know when you're like you spoke to someone today, but it's just because I know so many fucking bodybuilders, and I sometimes get a bit confused. Oh, Zach Merkel. Yeah. I don't know if you remember him. Really awesome physique. Actually, I will show you him quickly. He won his pro card back in something USA's. Really fucking good. This guy. Don't know if you remember him.
Yeah, I remember the guy's face.
He can be really, really good. Anyway, yeah, he studied his knee. He said he's got a problem with his knee, and it was again hack squat kind of thing, similar thing to mine, just lost power in it and struggling to contract. So yeah, I'm trying to get an appointment out here with a place called Nimi, which is like a knee specialist. So hopefully I can get a little bit of a look into that. Because what I figured out, me and Yannicka were talking about, is that all the scans I've had, I've been stationary, and I don't get any pain when it's stationary. So it's like, okay, what I need to actually be done is I need a scan done during movement, because if you're not seeing symptoms of pain when you're static, then that's cool, that's all good. But the point is that the pain is in the process of movement. So I'm like, I somehow need to get some sort of scan done that is.
Sorry, Jade, I'm just laughing because I was laughing like that. I've just got this vision of you like doing like 800-pound squat in a fucking MRI machine.
Yeah, bro. Put it all on.
Sorry, mate, because I look so rude there. Like, sorry, carry on, man.
No, it's all good. No, it's good. It's good. I wish I could. That's what I want to. I wish I could do the 800-pound fucking squat. But yeah, so I'm going to try and sort that out. Like I said, I've been managing. Luckily, like again, the equipment in Harrods is pretty comfortable. Some kit really does fuck you when it comes to having an injury. Like some things just feel rough. You know, some leg extensions, even if you've got good knees, feel like shit. You know what I mean? Like you go on some and you're like, I'm going to have a bad knee after this.
Yeah, I still haven't figured that out. Like what it is that does that. Like obviously, you know, I've considered myself a bit of an equipment geek.
Connoisseur. You've done a lot of fucking kit.
Like yeah, like and like I still haven't figured out like what makes a hack squat, like, you know, because I look at the angles and I'm like, well, that foot plate's like a little bit off. Like, what's that different to you know, what was the one that what was Dorian's one?
Unique.
Yeah, the unique one. And
I can't even use that anymore. Like it's just a no-go.
Yeah, the unique one. Like, why is the Cybex Mark 1? Like it doesn't look. It doesn't. How is it different? How?
But well, my knee went on the Cybex Mark 2.
Yeah, now it feels different, but ultimately it should just be the tubing that's different, right? It should just
like the shell, like the shape of the shell, like it's meant to be like all the same fucking machine.
Yeah,
but yeah, like you say, the unique one was actually the one I used all of my young years because we had it at Pink's gym and King's, and that was the one that my knees were fine on. So it's just, we're all different, aren't we? We're all fucking like depending on your, like, you know, again, it's ankle mobility and femur length and all that kind of shit. But
yeah, the one that always got me that I didn't like that's the most popular is the hammer one. You know, the hammer one with the massive plate.
Oh, what, the leg press?
Yeah, the leg press. Sorry, the leg press. Sorry.
Yeah,
hammer hack. Do you remember they made that hammer hack where it's got a little?
I hated that. Yes, weird.
What one's the hammer? What one are you on about with the hammer hack? I'm interested because I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Where you don't put it on your shoulders, it goes on like your lower back.
Yeah, it's just like a
bum. Oh, the fucking linear hack. Yeah, it's called a linear hack.
Oh,
I fucking hate them.
It's an upside down leg press. Like, what's the point? It's
like a donkey calf raise, but press. Yeah, I think that machine's trash.
It is actually trash. Yeah, we know why that's trash. Like, I can see how that's shit.
Yeah. But then, like you say, on other designs of hack squats, because, you know, like for example, Amp's got the Flex Fitness one. I love that. I think that's great. Like, I got a bad knee and I was fine on that.
Yeah. They've got one.
I actually used that the other day because of that reason. So, like, definitely a thing when you see a different hacks. I mean, I'm not trying to pimp the gym here. Like, if I didn't have Ultraflex, I'd be fucked at the moment because sometimes I can't use that piece, so I have to use this one. Like, if it was a max muscle years ago, I've got like one hack. That's it. If it hurts, I'd be fucked. So, like, if I'm feeling fine, that my knees is okay, it's Cybex Mark 1. If I'm feeling a little bit rougher, I'll use the Flex.
Yeah.
If I want to be a complete pussy, I'll go on the Atlantis one because that's really easy.
Yeah, it's like
I'm trying to think what other hack we have. So hold on, what do we have?
And you've got Unique as well.
Yeah, and obviously the unique ones if you just want to fucking kill yourself in the hardcore corner. Because that's
the funny thing is,
off.
The funny thing is that I find that the Atlantis one is the one that's meant to be the easy. That's the one actually that hurts me the most.
Really?
That's the one that's like the center pole, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
it's very like the angle's very low.
You're on about the gym Leco.
Oh, I'm on about sorry, the Atlantis one that you can put 10 plates on it, but yeah, I find it like sticky.
It hurts my knee, that shit. The Gym Leco one I actually find very comfortable.
I just find it a bit scary, like it might collapse.
Tip, because it's like just so singular.
Because you can change the foot plate, but it's one pin away, and I'm thinking
it's literally just got a square pole down the middle.
Yeah,
it slides on that middle bar.
Yeah, which is
quite interesting.
I haven't used it actually
because we haven't really done this, so I found this I'm quite excited by talking like this.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? I don't know, because we don't normally talk about kit and like the reasons for using it.
No, we don't.
The Atlantis one, so like all of the Atlantis kind of does this, like the V squat and everything. It's a little tiny bit heavier at the bottom, then it just really comes off at the top. So as you like coming halfway up, it kind of like goes up itself. That's what it feels like to me.
That's probably why it was a problem for me, because my knee was mostly aggravated when I'm probably I'm in that lower portion of the movement.
Yeah,
when the knee's almost bent at 90 is when the quad starts to like really switch off. So if anything, I got to be one of them pussies that does the reverse band shit and takes the load off the bottom of the hole, which
I mean,
do what you got to do, man.
If there's a reason for it, I've never had a problem with a reverse band. Never had like
true. No, and I haven't, to be fair. There's been times when I've had it in there. Like, I think the thing with the reverse band, the only time that we kind of mock people for it is when they're using it to lift more weight than they can.
Yeah.
So, and that's it. Like, it's like anything in it. Like, if you go and get like a fucking double green band out, you're taking a good 100 pounds off the load. It's like, why don't you just lift a bit less?
Yeah.
Or if they got one plate, I saw somebody once, right? They're doing Smith's machine banded bench press with no plates on.
No.
So it was reverse banded as well. I don't mean banded; it was reverse banded.
So it was a lat pull down.
Yeah.
So I can understand if they were maybe trying to do some like static contractions or isometric holds or something. It was fucking weird, like. But that's when the bands was like a huge thing. Everybody's using bands. And,
it's like dancing though. At one point there, it's going to become a fucking pull net, like a row, because you're going to get it down. It's going to You're going to get to there, and it's not going to move. You're going to be like, "Fucking hell, come down." I think the reverse band became popular with Joe Bennett, wasn't it? Like, I like Joe. I think Joe's sound, but I think because he was using it with the clip on the thing, and I think what he was doing, I think his reasons for doing it were mostly for against injury, like people that had like a strained pec. So if you've strained your pec in the stretch, then obviously you're someone that has to be a little bit more cautious in the stretch range, which as a normal bodybuilder, if you have no injury, you want that stretch. Our goal is to try and have heavy load in the stretch. So I think it's mostly for like injury.
Yeah. I mean, I remember there was the argument about like a reverse band and whatever the opposite is.
Yeah. They do the same.
Ultimately, if the weight doesn't matter, the outcome is the same.
Yeah, because the band's either going to tighten on the way up or it's going to loosen on the way down, which means the weight's heavier at the top anyway. Yeah. So both ways, you get progressive load at the top of the movement.
Yeah, it catches it. So if it's reversed, it takes some off the bottom, and then if it's turned up, it puts some at the end. But if the weight's heavier, then it's the same outcome.
It's the same result. It just looks different.
Yeah, I remember having massive arguments with people. Fucking, if you want to do it, never reverse. I was like, if the weight doesn't matter, which you're upset about, then
exactly.
My brain just melts honestly when it talks like band and shit. Like, what's the deal with like the daisy chain then? What is the daisy chain thing like? About the clip.
Well, you could change like when it kicks in. Like I do get it. I always say this like in coaching as well. It's like if there's an issue and there's a reason, we find a solution. What we don't do is throw solutions without problems that don't exist. Like that's
because it looks cool.
Yeah, we don't do that. Because obviously looking cool is what I do.
Myself and Dad have been looking cool.
Looking cool. 400. My t-shirt is slightly more ironed though.
Honestly, I don't iron any of my t-shirts. I was just winding with John. Like you see, last week I literally had a gas delivery and I just pull it. You just pull it out and it's got where to be folded. It's walking on the gym with like two fucking things down the back.
It was it was stored particularly badly that day. It was just that was the day I decided I was going to film me.
That has been in the town centre, reversed over by 3 lorries, Some fucking
Oh,
tramps
you're
carrying
gonna
about
say
that one.
in the town centre doing reverse band hacks. Your t-shirts.
The worst hack I ever used was the one. I'm sorry, Mike and Lisa. I don't know. I think it was like power
Sorry,
bars or
Miley,
something.
your hack squat's wrong.
No, they don't have it now. It's funny enough. Tom tagged us in a picture of it from that midnight mass where we tried to do legs.
Yeah.
And the hack was just like someone had a Bunsen burner on my knees. Like,
no. It was well, actually, like it burned down, so it did have a Bunsen burner. That they lost all of it.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at that shit. That's bad.
That was what started the fire.
Somebody tried to burn the hack and it just fucking went up.
The worst hack I've ever used, and I'm happy to, I don't mind saying it, is Watson.
Oh yeah, it's brutal.
The back plate. The thing is, what it is, let me explain this just really quickly. So let's say this is a hack squat, yeah, and your back sits kind of flush on there. Your hips are normally like kind of in front of your back. Your back sits back a little bit. This one has a back pad that almost is convex, so it sticks out a little bit. So it actually makes your back push forward. So when you go down, your knees grind like crazy. It's horrible.
Yeah,
I used that, and it was horrible.
I had one in lockdown. I got one, which I was grateful to have anything.
Oh, of course, something's better than nothing.
But yeah, it did. But also, what I thought, and it was really heavy. But the pins on it, or whatever the arms to put the plates on, you could fit 20 aside. I was like, why are they?
You can't even need that. It's so heavy anyway.
Like 5 plates aside was enough. But you could literally, I was like, and it was wider than the machine. And I was like, if I could be bothered, I would angle grind these on.
I used that one at Physique Warehouse in Molesey. Good little gym in East Molesey. And I had the camera out, fucking missed the show off. Yeah, I'm gonna do a good set on it. Fucking piss it, watch me. And I mean, I did an all right set, but what it did to me internally and like to my knees just wasn't worth it. The grimace and the pain, and like that's probably partly responsible for my knees now.
That was it. It was Watson's fault.
Watson pendulum's horrible as well. It's fucking awful.
Sorry, Watson. There's only a couple of bits from Watson I've used that I don't mind. We had it at King's. It was like a single arm pull down. It was your favorite exercise. It was like dual cable one though, like one of them dual cable ones, and it was all right. It was all right. But the plastic on it, what I noticed with those Watson ones is the plastic that's on any of the adjustment points. So like where you have the seat and the pin, or an arm and the pin, the plastic always shattered, and then you have to get a replacement, and it's just probably hard to do.
It was like 3D printed or something. Yeah.
I feel like that.
It was like too brittle. What about extensions? If we're doing it, what about extensions then?
Just briefly though, about the one arm pull down thing. Honestly, everybody pulls me on that. Like I've done them for like 15 years, just not
you
like
do them on that.
3 kilos aside.
And you don't do them at like 1 mile an hour.
That's the only thing I have an issue with it.
It was I just had a problem with the being a handle at an angle and the D handle being positioned in the exact same way, just 4 inches of like
nearer to you.
Like I get it if you like really want a rotation that's different, but people pulling it and it's like the handles always just I don't
put in a handle.
We won't overhash.
It's like in America when they give you a bag for your bag.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is you go into Target and they're like they literally give you bags to put your bags in. You know,
I hate those brown bags that you get in the States. Like we got no handles. Like, what is the point?
I know.
Please give me a bag that has some handles on.
Well, the bag for life for Sainsbury's. You should have just taken it with you.
We should all carry around one of those. When you were saying about extensions, Danny, you want about like what ones are good, or were you just specifically talking about? Is the Watson one any good?
No, I think we can safely assume. Like which one is the one?
I think there's a couple, man. I always do like the middle, the middle point being with the fixed, like the flex leverage or the who else does one like that? Not many, but when it has like the arm is in the central position rather than to the right or left.
It always even just a centimeter bend.
They bend, mate. They fucking just bend, don't they?
They do.
They must have a Pinata one at there, James and Harold's one. I used to have a Pinata one of my first year. I thought it was like 2,000 pounds stack. Yeah. If you ever seen that one where the guy on like the joke video where on Instagram where he flips forward?
Forward. It's one of those.
I've nearly done that one before on the Pinata. Yeah, leg
Well,
extension in my early days.
he's got-
Jesus Christ.
He's got two penile ones there. He's got one that's like a regular style, which is like the style that we're saying that we're not too keen on. But then he's actually got a unilateral one, which is like a MTS hammer one, but with round pads, so it's more comfortable and very adjustable seat and arm length on the shin.
Mhm.
And that one I use a lot because it's actually good for me to just try and really work this left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's decent. I'm actually becoming more of a fan of these unilateral ones lately, because again, I feel like because they're even. You know, you're loaded the arms on the outside of that leg and it's on the outside leg. Both they're not going to bend and they're going to feel good on your quads.
Yeah.
Whereas these the worst ones are like when you get like a cheap Chinese fucking leg extension that's branded as something else and you go on it and it just fucking bends like that within a week and it's just like fucking what's the point buying it?
Yeah. The
Have you ever tried to do the unilateral with both legs together, James?
yeah.
So hard. I'm
It's fucking
too
weird,
spazzy
isn't
for
it?
that. Yeah, I'm too spazzy for that, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I see people do it in this gym. They do it. There's like quite a few Norwegian people that train in it that use everything singular, unilateral, because he's got the lion hamstring curl as well. And I see people doing that. If I do that, I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
tricky.
they've got actually I think it is a Watson one at the gym. They've got a horizontal leg press, but they're individual and
unilateral.
Yeah, we've got that one.
I got them to cut an Olympic bar that was broken in, and I stuff it in, and I
Okay.
hold it with a band so that I can do it together. So I can do it together.
Yeah.
It usually does have like a bar that you can put
Yeah,
in down
some of
unless
the-
somebody's nicked it or something.
Yeah, some. Well, this one was definitely a
They
Gen
predated that.
10
It might
one.
predated that shit.
Here's one for you, actually, Jan, as a coach, because you know the leg press you're speaking about, the unilateral one. It's got a massive footprint, hasn't it? So you see a lot of ladies kind of doing the high, wide kind of leg press for glutes. Like, do you think isn't there much better things to do for glutes than a high, wide leg press, single leg press? Or am I just being a knob?
James, do you want to kick that one off?
Do you know what? It's a weird one because I'll use one person who's got really good legs. Yeah, it's Sass. Yeah, and Sass is the guy that is the person that does like a lot of like high foot leg press. And I'm looking at his hamstrings and his glutes, and I'm like, you fucker. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to do that for
I'm doing them. I'm doing them tomorrow.
I'm doing them tomorrow. Everyone's
I just feel like I think certain individuals just are built a certain way that a certain stress on their muscle.
Here's my 2 bit on that. If we think about it, like, so if your feet are high, does that change what happens at the hip? No. So you're not adding hamstrings and glutes. You're just taking away quad, right? So
probably, yeah.
But do you think there is a benefit to taking away quads? Do you think there is an opportunity to bias there?
Yeah.
To a degree, you know, whether it's 25.
Because I imagine if you're doing stuff feet low and stuff, it's your quads that are going to fail, aren't they? Like first,
Yes.
So you're probably gonna, like when you do I don't squat anymore, but the last thing to go is your ass.
Yeah.
After your quads are dead, you can like rely on a bit of ass to like carry you a couple of reps. So yeah, it definitely has a place if you've got strong quads. But for me, it's not my quads are wank. Like, why would I try and take them out?
Why would you want? Yeah, I think if quads are someone's like visually weaker body part, then your emphasis should always be that whole knee flexion, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like no matter what, really.
Yeah.
I think Sass is just an example also of someone that there's elite genetics there, and there is definitely a level of ability to choose how his muscles fill weight. Like, and I know that sounds stupid, but there is people that are that fucking clued up with their own body that they can just make things recruit better than other people.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I actually did this today because I've been having some issues with my arm. I can't kind of like, because of the tricep, it's kind of affecting my bicep a little bit more now. You weak link in the chain and all that shit. And I just really not feeling the short head of the bicep firing as well. So I just did like a single preach and I like dug my armpit right in there. Did it on like incline bench so you like really get it in there. Yeah, I managed to kind of get the short head of the bicep to fire a bit, but it's not the same. But yeah, you can definitely feel.
For sure.
If you've been doing this for like 30 years, you kind of like know what's going on.
Yeah,
really.
and I think that's the thing that comes with experience. I think that's something that just takes time. There's a lot of repetitions, isn't it? It's like knowing the feeling of the terrain you're walking on. You know, some people are experts at, you know, mountaineering because they know the terrain, and bodybuilders have been doing it a long time. They know their terrain.
Yeah, and my weakest area has always been the ones that I can't connect as well with, like back,
Same.
you know, and back being my strength. Like I can just
Connect with it no matter what you do.
hammer weight on it, and it's like I just feel all that. So yeah.
I had that conversation with Mark today when we were chatting about somebody's form, and I just said, listen, like, yeah, his form is pretty shit on back, but I know for a fact that he does connect well with his back, and he has got a good back. So if somebody didn't have a good body part and it was swinging the shit out of everything, they're obviously not connecting well with it. So yeah, there is some things where it's something just fires up, isn't it?
100%. Like, because like, again, I use myself for an example. Like, my back's not amazing, but it's not terrible, and I, you know, depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I do sets that look a bit messy, to be fair. Like, I watched my own training from the other day, and the way that I'm using a row, like a low row machine, and I'm like, if some people were doing that, I'd question it.
Yeah.
But again, because I know myself and I can know what I felt in the moment and I know where I'm trying to feel it, I was like, okay. But I'd have no issue if someone watched that video and said, James, that looks like shit. And I'd be like, yeah, it does. It looks pretty shit. But I can feel that. If you can't feel it, then maybe
that was Brian Warren's thing. He was just like, yeah, but I feel it amazing everywhere. And it worked.
So, there's this thing, isn't there? It's like there's so many approaches, and one thing that does come to my mind a lot of the time is that if you're moving with weight in your hands and there is some form of movement happening, then muscle is being trained. Now, to what degree, obviously, then some people can be like, yeah, but you could perhaps train it harder if you did this or that. But I just, you know, especially with back, I just think to myself, like, if your elbows are tight to your side and they're being pulled and they're like lining up with your torso and your chest is being lifted and there's weight in your hands, you're going to be fucking doing something. So it's kind of just, I don't know. Again, you know, there's other people that train like so differently. Like Janaki, like trains with very extreme stretches and like decent load, but like really goes for like those full ranges of motion. And perhaps that would be better for people. You know, maybe I think always the best way to train really is just to have a little bit of an incorporate a little bit of all aspects and styles. You know, go and do your heavy bread and butter and beat the shit out of it. Then maybe follow up with something that allows you to get a little bit more range of motion, controlled and squeeze. And then if after that you want to do something that's a little bit more voluminous to get some blood flow, boom shakalaka. You know what I mean?
And different for each body.
Pretty much what I've done for all my training gyms. So much. You know, when we got a lot of shit about those like reckless T-bar rows that we did.
I know, because you're always going to get.
But yeah, but we did some pull over and we did some squeezy pull downs and all that kind of stuff. And my back was sore in all the right places everywhere, and nothing else was in pain. So like, yeah.
It's not people. You can't look at one aspect of something and be able to determine it all. You know, the entirety of someone's training is the picture you need to be looking at. It again, like I'm always using fucking analogies, but it's like us going like that and then only seeing out of our right eye and then thinking that is the world. There's a whole nother fucking, you didn't see that half because you were too focused on looking at that one aspect. Now, that aspect that you were focusing on might not be the one that you think is overly beneficial, but if you were to see the entirety of the picture and how it relates to the other side of the fucking picture, you'd know that mountain rolls into the stream and that stream rolls into the fucking the ocean. It all links. Just calm your tits down. Look at the whole picture. You know,
like I wouldn't train my back like I train my legs. Nothing would happen.
No, body parts definitely are different as well, for sure.
Like every body part that I train in a slightly different stylistic way. You know, because obviously when you start, you train everything the same, and then just try and get strong, and then you're like, oh well, these haven't worked for this.
Yes, something progresses, something doesn't. So you're like, okay, I need to make some adjustment here.
Yeah. It's that's why I have my gripe is that people are trying to find solutions in balance when they haven't got anything to be in balance because they haven't got any muscle. That's when I get a bit.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we come across is again, like you say, one of the most common things that happens in bodybuilding right now is that there's this overly focused on precision before building. You know, like they're trying to do the finest architecture the work before they've got the base plan. You know, so like you need a certain level of musculature to know whether you need to work on something.
Yeah.
So if you're like, yeah, I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm dominant here, but you know, you're 120 pounds soaking wet. Fuck, man, like you need to just go to the gym, eat and put muscle on everywhere, and then later decide and worry about those more specifics.
Yeah, like years.
You know?
Like
like years. Because that's the thing, only time will tell. Bodybuilding,
probably decades, probably decades.
Yeah.
Mate, fucking for some people, you know, we're all different specimens. Some people are hyper responders, some people aren't, and we just gotta be patient because bodybuilding, the biggest thing about bodybuilding is patience, isn't it? At the end of the day, you have to be patient. If you actually like bodybuilding, then patience has to come with it. Because it doesn't happen overnight.
I think that most of us started just like we trained and we loved it, and before we knew it, years had passed anyway.
Yeah, because fun makes time pass.
Yeah,
and the beginning for bodybuilding is so fun, so fun that, you know, before you know it, 5 years have passed and you've actually put on a decent level of muscle. But that's the difference between like now and then, you know, without going too deep into it, is that the fun is not the bit that people are focusing on, the attention is. And obviously when attention is your primary focus, you're very aware of the time passing. It's very frustrating. You're very, because you're waiting for response every day. You want likes every day. You want comments on YouTube every day. That must be a horrible place to live in, because then you're like almost stuck in time.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I've said that honestly. I'm so pleased I've never ever felt that. Like, you know, you post a video and I would hate to think I was one of those people. I'm like, oh fuck, like it hasn't got any light. Oh, I can't relate to that. It's weird to me, like. But that's what people must feel now. Like, fuck, like
they do.
I better take it down. I mean, I get frustrated when we put a podcast up and we don't get many views because we're not spreading the word to people. If I put a training video, it's like I'm just like I could not give a shit. I don't want to be a dick, but like I can't imagine like waking up in the morning, thinking, oh fucking hell, like maybe if I was an influencer and I was making tons of money, then I get it type of thing. But if I was some young guy and I thought, shit, my bench press video didn't get me likes, like what the fuck, what am I going to do? Like, it's bizarre to me.
Well, here's a question, because obviously, like James is definitely like that is part of your, you know, your job, like job. So that must be, there must be some level of pressure where you're like,
yeah, no, I was going to say I feel like I'm very in the middle.
Yeah.
And obviously, my blood is the same as yours, but I have to conform to a certain way of behavior in order to stay within a relevancy that allows me to have a job.
Yeah.
So I feel the pressure because I have to allow myself to feel the pressure, because I am in that sector where if I'm not in the mix, or if I'm not at least relevant to a degree, then why does a company invest in me? And there's this whole thing, I'll just be, you know, authentically yourself, fully. And of course, some people that works for you, look at a Sam Sulek, they're just totally themselves and it works. It's actually harder when you're someone that is yourself like I am, and it isn't the most popular trend, because the person you are isn't the most popular in the moment. You know, like you then feel like you have to sit down and strategize and try to be almost I suppose, try to create something that's a little bit outside of the person you are, which I don't like that feeling. I hate that, because I do just want to be myself. And of course, we all want to be appreciated for who we are. And I would much rather that I just be myself and people be like, you know what, I like what James is, I'll support him. But the world we live in, unfortunately, you know, there's trends and there's other people that are selling themselves to be a persona or a person that they're not actually, and they're getting very popular. And when there's a competition at stake, when it comes to like, okay, who's got the sign with the company and who's getting money, these things you have to take into consideration. And it does weigh me down a lot of time. I do feel quite sad sometimes. Like Luke used to feel the same when I used to talk to Sando. Like he had a good paycheck from like Redcon. I won't go into the details, but he was a really well-paid athlete, and he felt such pressure because obviously Luke just wanted to be authentically himself, which was enough. Luke being himself was funny, and it would have been, if he was still around now, he would have had the viewership of probably the highest viewed people, because he's just such a character. But why I'm using him as an example is because I've felt and I've seen someone else feel like they don't know if they're doing enough, and then feeling they have to be something different, and it gets a little bit tough sometimes. Because you just want to perform. At the end of the day, we're all just, when you're a bodybuilder, and you are actually a bodybuilder, you want your fucking shows to speak for you. You want to turn up with physique that's just mind blowing and shut the fucking people up. But it is a little bit different now, isn't it?
Yeah, 1,000% get your angle, James, because you're getting paid and the pressure is on there, and you do have to be relevant.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's not fucking forget that. I was just talking about like the young guy who's like 18, just starting the gym.
Yeah,
It's taking the fun out of it, isn't it? Like,
dude, that's why anyone that age that comes to me and they ask for my advice, I say just fucking get good at it. Yeah. Like, just get good at it, because once you're good at it, you've got a reason to be someone,
to be relevant.
You can't. We live in this world where everybody's we're such a participation friendly fucking kind of time where everybody gets rewarded for even stepping out of a slight comfort zone and challenging themselves. And we've taken away the elitist mentality of people that are actually good at their sports and good at their they're in their fields, and made everyone on even kill. And it's not actually right, because with that becomes a dilution of ambition. You know, people, you want to have ambition, and the only way you're going to have ambition is by looking at others and wanting to be great. And when you make everyone feel like there's no real requirement to be great or different, what happens to the world? It becomes a very mundane place where everybody you look at is behaving the same. And they are. You know, you go out and everybody's on their phone. Everybody's looking at the same shit. Everybody's influenced by the same shit. Everybody wants to achieve the same things within their, you know, and there's just no individuality because of that whole complex that's occurring. And it's sad, because if there was an elitist kind of mentality reinstalled into people, you would have a clear definition between the people that really actually want to do well and the people that don't. And that's fine to have that. That's not bad. Like, it's been painted to be a bad thing, but it's not. Like, let there be champions. Let there be people that are better. Like, there's people that are better than me at everything, but I'm the best I can be because of those people, because they make me want to try hard because I want to be up there. You know, I know that I'm not fucking Brandon Curry, or I'm not like Derek Lunsford or Samson, but fuck me, I've managed to beat people like Samson that are shown in my history because of knowing how good they are and wanting to be just as good.
Yeah.
You know?
It's also like taking everyone, like, everyone has a right to fail, and it's an important part of like,
failure is so important. Don't shy away from it, and it shouldn't be swept under the rug and like you'd be given a trophy for it. You need to feel hurt. You need to feel loss. You need to feel like you fumbled. Like, if you come away from something and, like, let's say I go to a show and I get dead last, but everyone makes me feel like I'm a fucking champion after, and I soak it up and I'm like, yeah, I'm great. They ain't teaching you shit. They ain't teaching you shit for life. And then what are you going to be when you actually face a true, real life occurrence that actually has a little bit of hurt behind it? You're gonna report to HR at your workplace, and you're going to say you were mistreated, and you're going to be a delicate little flower. And when in truth, you're not. You're now just seeing what the real world is. But there's just this disillusion. And it's just I think that's why we're in the like little bit of a predicament that we're in, because it's kind of crossing over into real world now. Well, it isn't just bodybuilding, is it? It's everything. It's everything we do.
Imagine feeling the pressure like that you do through your work commitments on a social level, because you grew up with Instagram, like being actually not just an add-on, but actually, like, they talk about it in like primary school and stuff, like and having the pressure of like having like a following and stuff for no real feeling, all that pressure for nothing really.
So human worth. Now you're shown to believe that your human worth is the amount of people that view into you as a person and say that you're great. And that's fucking wrong, man. That's fucking wrong. I don't care what anyone says. Like, of course these kids are waking up every morning out of bed and sweating and thinking that they're not doing well, because you've led them to believe that they're not. And it's like, it's who do you blame? Like, again, like,
tough one, isn't it? Just for same as a dad, James. I'm doing my best to try and navigate my daughter away from that kind of stuff. But I also know it's not good. It's not going away. So you need to teach them like how to handle it as such, if you like. Because it's not going to. She's not going to be the only person in school who doesn't have Instagram. Like, you're not going to be a normal like that type of this, because that would be weird anyway. But you just have to kind of learn them to like. It's not massive as important as everybody thinks. Like, because you're going to get some likes on your video, like. Yeah, it's a weird one. It is a weird one. I'm so pleased I didn't grow up in this generation. I know that sounds again like
the Sam Sulek thing as well, which is like, and this is going to sound like a diss, but it's actually what kind of people liked about him was that Sam Sulek could have actually really been anyone. Like,
oh yeah, he's so normal.
Yeah, like,
and that's the thing. Like that is
right time,
somehow
right place sort of thing.
Yes. There's a
Here's
lot.
the thing with the
there's
authentic
only
self
one Sam
thing.
Sulek. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but see, I'm I'm a bit weird. I'm into all the psychology stuff and that. Now. I've been watching a bit of Robert Greene stuff. So, like, how do we know? This is not dishonest. I believe that is him, and I do like these videos because it's like he said, authentic self. This is where I was going with it. So, how do we know that is the real Sam Sulek? How do we know that he's all right? I'm just creating a scenario here.
For sure,
Everybody's doing all this weird shit. I'm just going to pretend to be this guy who's riding around in the car. He might live in some villa in wherever with like loads of goals and stuff. He might not be that down to earth guy we know.
Sam might just be extremely clever and might have been like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to put a strategy together. I'm going to create a persona, and it's going to be one that I put out there every day, but then I can go home and be myself. But it's going to make me a shitload of money.
Well,
where I was going with the authentic self is because this Robert Greene guy, and I generally would like to believe that I am my authentic self all of the time, whether you like me or you don't. But we all kind of do wear, and it is right what he says, that we all kind of wear a different mask for a different scenario.
Yeah.
So let's see if I was speaking to you guys, obviously I'm going to swear a little bit and whatever. And, but if I go and speak to my mum, it's a bit different. Or if I'm having a business meeting, if I don't know the person, I'm going to act like, or is that just behaviour? I don't know. It's a tough one. But according to Robert Greene, I do like his stuff. He says nobody has an authentic self. We all have different masks that we wear in a different scenario. So yes, to a degree, I guess. I would just say that's behaviour.
I think it's really difficult to have a truly authentic self. And I think if you do, then all the power to you. Because imagine being someone that can go into any room and actually truly always act the same. That's comfort. Like,
yeah, I would like to think I am like that. I'll just obviously maybe tone the language down, or if it's I've never felt the need to kind of change as such. I do think about it a lot, especially with all this madness going on.
One thing I'm awful at is accidentally doing someone else's accent at them.
Really?
You start doing it.
I don't know. Like, put me in a taxi with a Polish guy, and I'll start twanging. I don't know why. I don't know why. I swear, I'm in Durham, 10 minutes, and I'm like a couple of extra mans.
Yeah, no, that is
you're acting in my shit down, honestly.
No, but I do know that because obviously I grew up in South London, and depending who I'm around, I've got a couple of more Cockneyish mates. I do sound quite different. You do. I suppose you. What's the word? You climatize to the situation and the environment of the people you're around to form a level of comfort in your acceptance among the group. Because again, I can be around. I used to know a lot of mates who were rude boys, and I used to like making music and stuff. And honestly, I spoke with way more urban style, urban, and then but then I'll be around my chav mates, and then you end up saying things like you're from Only Fools and Horses, and I'm like, what? I never even watched that, but because I'm around you guys, I'm saying apples and pears and fucking all this shit. So it does.
It's not just me.
No, it definitely does happen, and I think that's just. I don't think that's a negative thing. I think that's your way of trying to make people around you comfortable as well.
Yeah,
because what you're trying to do is you're trying to be fit in.
Yeah, well, yeah, everyone likes to. But
I could go down on a rabbit hole that one down. We'll do that off air. It's a bit deep. Yes.
The teacher thing. I just used to wear baggy clothes and pretend I was just a bit fat. Yeah. Which I am actually, to be fair, but a bit more fat.
Isn't it weird though when you first started bodybuilding, everybody did this, isn't it? I don't care what he says. You put a tight top on, didn't you?
Oh, you show everything off.
And then the bigger you got, the more you're trying to hide it.
I've got more and more.
Yeah.
You hate yourself more and more the longer you bodybuild. You hate your reflection more and more.
Yeah.
That song from Mulan. What's that song from Mulan?
Have you seen that skit where he's drinking shit? Yeah, this tastes like shit. And he's in the gym that felt like shit. Then he's can't wait to do it again tomorrow. We're always self-deprecating, aren't we, at times in the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
I said this is down. We can do 700-pound squat. for 20 reps and you're like fucked on the floor. And then like when you get home, you're like, yeah, I could have got something there for 2 reps.
Man, I should have done
It's
another
just
set.
never enough, is it? Like, it's never enough.
Yeah.
It can be a bit annoying. Obviously, for you guys are still in that space. I'm not in that space anymore.
But that never enough like mentality. That's the thing we were talking about earlier. I think that's the thing that makes you separate yourself from the rest. And it should be a notable divide from the outcome. You know, you should be able to see it in someone, in their result. But because, like, again, we're like kind of not letting anyone be that person, we don't see it as often.
I mean, we at some point went past having a good physique that we could have just gone, oh, I'm happy with that. I'll just stay there. Like,
and the funny thing is, I watch programs now and I see some people that are a lot like slighter than me, but I think they look fucking great. I don't know, like
it's an age thing, James. I think it's an age thing.
Yeah, like
if you'd asked me like 10 years ago, if I said, who would you like to look like Dorian Yates or Flex Wheeler, I would have said, oh, fucking Dorian Yates.
Yeah.
But now I'll say, yeah, Flex Wheeler.
I'm talking about like people just on like regular shows that have just got like maybe a little bit of arm and like a tight black vest, and I'm like, yeah, he looks all right.
You're getting soft in old age.
You're officially a dad now, James. That's all you need. You just like need a reasonably looking like. I've had this conversation with myself as well. Like, I don't, because I've been trying to train a bit too heavy and stuff again, being a knob, because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just saying, well, I'm just trimmed down to like 200 pounds and like steady away and try and enjoy that type of training, like instead of fucking yourself up all the time. Because I'm not too bothered about trying to be huge anymore. I just enjoy that training style.
Yeah, it's the actual.
But all I need, like you just said there, James, just need to drop a bit of body fat, trim down a little bit, have some decent arms with one tricep. And
get a load of
True
Tide, whatever everyone's fucking raving on about. What's this? So I've noticed that Nick Walker's talking a lot about True Tide, peptide.
I actually have considered it because I am
having good for you because of the
issues with my blood sugars. And I was speaking to a diabetic actually about 2 weeks ago, and he said it's been miraculous for his blood sugars. But again, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of taking another fucking drug and side effects and shit. And I don't know. Just it's making people like not be able to build any resilience, isn't it? Like young girls taking Ozempic dieting for a contest. Like, fuck, man, come on.
Oh yeah, I was looking at like Kelly Osbourne, like how much she's changed over the years from a, she obviously is quite a adamant fan of the Ozempic, and she's like totally different for it. But like you say, bodybuilders are built on discipline typically, but I do think as well from the other things that I've kind of read up on it for like longevity and like health, like liver, keeping your liver healthy, like stopping you getting fatty liver disease and stuff. I feel like there's some good moral to it from an external perspective, not even just a bodybuilding one. Like almost like a lot of people could probably benefit from just having it present without taking the piss. But hey, that's just me. Because again, this is a bodybuilding podcast, so I thought I would just bring that up because I don't know what your guys' opinion on it is. I know that it's been talked a lot about by Nick Walker mostly. When I've watched some of his videos, he's mentioned he's been using it, so that's why I thought I'd mention.
I think it'll be extremely helpful in the last like 4 weeks when I used to be like just the hunger used to be like stupid. Like
it's meant to be really good for suppression of appetite, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's in I mean, I know that particular like one has other.
It's 3, isn't it? It's a GL.
It's a GLP, but it has other like elements. But the thing is, if they're doing the data, like what part of it on the people they're studying it couldn't have done it by just getting less fat anyway? Like, where's
for sure, 100%.
Like, are the people doing a test where they do the Ozempic but force feed the same amount of shit and see?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. That's the only time you would know if there's any actually data that's significant, isn't it? If the nutrition was remained in the same place, activity was remained in the same place, and the only component that was adjusted was the introduction of that drug.
Yeah, and you'd have to eat the same amount.
But like Kelly Osbourne, for example, her weight loss, is it because the Ozempic itself, or is it because the appetite suppression has meant there's less calories? And like you say, could you not just do that yourself?
Yeah, I mean, from an overview perspective, mine is like ultimately it's because you're eating. Yeah, it like it slows down like gastric emptying and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you stay fuller for longer.
But ultimately, like, I think it's like a psych medication. Like, it's the signaling to your brain that makes you so like. and then also like, then surely you have to stay on it forever. Because if you haven't actually dealt with the issue that made you someone who ate yourself into a dangerous position, then surely when you come off it, those feelings return.
That's the risk for a lot of these drugs, isn't it? Though it's like you take them away, then what happens?
Yeah,
even down to like some of the older bodybuilding drugs that we use. You know, like when you think about like thyroid stuff and whatnot, the bounce back you can get off of some of those particulars.
It's just not been around long enough. I don't think we don't know enough about that. I mean,
that's my kind of worry about it type of thing, because it just seems to come along. And I think we discussed it last week, Dan, and I just think it's a big government trap. We get everybody at Ozempic, making them all weak with like no willpower, then they're just going to take it all away.
Oh yeah, Ozempic gets
everyone just crumble. That's what I mean. Like, every mother like, yeah, I'm on the skinny jabs. Like, it's not like a big thing. It's like, yeah, I'm on the skinny jabs. Yeah, I'm on them as well. Like,
yeah,
it's not just like a bag of sweets.
I mean, if I was Mr. Ozempic and I was a corporate structure,
I'll be all over that.
Like I would be doing this, and then I just double the price.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
Yeah,
like, that's what happened.
Like
now, yeah,
you know,
I might actually get to for research purposes only, because from what I believe, does actually affect like your insulin sensitivity and stuff. Which I am having some major issues with fasting blood sugar at the moment.
That's more reason I brought it up, just out of curiosity to see in your particular position what your thoughts were. Because again, I think, like we've said, there's validation for things in certain situations and scenarios. And I think, like we were saying there, like a scenario like your own, which is quite a unique one among us, is one that would definitely, I would find something like that, at least the research side of it, appropriate to do, because obviously quality of life is the most important thing. And because you only have a certain level of control over that, that's why I thought it might be something that's worth just even looking into, just to see. Again, I don't know fuck all about it really, and it's more as a mate. I thought I'd bring it up and then see what you guys thought, because we're on a podcast where people like stuff about bodybuilding and talk about drugs.
Yeah, I appreciate that, James. I have actually been looking into it now. See, when I spoke to that guy, I won't mention his name, just out of pride, so you can train. He's had great success with it. But let's say, do you get like the extreme hunger, James, when you're like 3-4 weeks out?
I can do. Depends on how well the diet's gone. You know, if I've had to really shut the calories down like last minute because I'm not quite ready, yeah, fucking hell, I'm hungry as fuck. But if I've been able to,
so if you had a choice, would you take that away with the medication?
Not if that was the only active mechanism of the drug. If it was just a drug to stop suppression, no. But if there was like other benefits to it, like to do with like health, longevity, and actually potentially improve liver health and shit like that. Like if there's if there's a list of pros, I would maybe consider, because I'm like, okay, well, this is also going to deal with some other situations at the same time. If it was purely just because I'm being a bitch and I need to stop myself being hungry, then I don't think that's a strong enough reason to then introduce a whole nother drug into the grand scheme of your drug cycle.
I mean,
again, I may sound pathetic for saying that, even though I would do it just because it's got other components to it. But again, like I say, something has to be extremely positive for it to even be introduced into my life.
I mean, the only one for consideration is the tetratide or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't bother with the other ones.
Yeah, because that's like literally just, it's making you eat less, which you could just eat less.
Slow down your gastric emptying and eat, and that's it, and then block some hunger signals.
Yeah.
That's where I was going, because I'm not trying to sound like I used to like, as much, it was horrible, like being all hungry, and like I think diabetics have this issue with Simlin, where you get like extreme hunger as well, like type of thing. Because I remember Colette Melton sent me some I can't remember what you call it now, with certain medication that's supposed to stop the signal, whatever. Hey, but I used to kind of like that. Like, as much as it was horrible, I used to like the kind of self-mastery of like, you could not make me like eat something that I wasn't supposed to eat.
Well, it's just that
not trying to sound like Mr. Hardcore there. I used to like that, separate yourself from the masses, and like someone sitting eating a pizza. Like, I used to like eating my meal, like, and it was like, fuck, I don't, like, dude. I didn't like, I want that. Like, I was kind of like it in a way. It's weird.
Well, it's the same sensation as when the set gets hard. You know, when the set gets hard, you've got the guys that pull it down or the guys that keep going. It's kind of that. You like living in that discomfort. And
Maybe,
those reps during the bit that most people don't like are what makes the champ. And then the same with that hunger. When the hunger signals are going off like crazy and you could easily give in, you having the discipline and the strength to say no also creates the champ. So you just associate being able to override these temptations as strength, and that strength gives you good result, and then you end up being a master of yourself, don't you? And if you're able to be that disciplined in that front, then it makes other things in life feel a lot easier, because that one's one of the more challenging ones, because you're literally going against nature's saying you need to eat, because you're deprived of fats or whatever. Your body's going to tell you need some fats. That's why all of us, when we diet, we start fucking craving salt and fucking peanut butter, because we're like deficient in
craving
fat.
a boiled egg, are you?
Oh, fucking
let me get the chicken breast. Give me some more chicken. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the defiance of not giving in that's like, it's a personal complex that we like to challenge ourselves, and it makes you just feel good. We grew up watching action stars like fucking, like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold, strong people, like, and you just want to be like them in all aspects. Never refuse. You will never die. I'll never lose.
I used to opening the fridge at 3 in the morning. I look at all the food,
just look at it. Nah.
Shut the door, and they
Don't
come down
half
an hour later again. Just do it again. And just have an ice cube, and I just go back to bed.
Oh, the ice.
Nobody would know, would they? If you had a fucking cookie, nobody would know.
Yeah.
Nobody would know.
My trick was always, like I say, I always found that eating about 5 meals a day instead of 6 always saw me in a good spot calorie wise for losing fat. Again, obviously it depends how big your meals are, but I just found 5 good, because then I had a good amount of time where I wasn't eating and I started to feel hungry. And that's when the ice cubes would basically be meal 6. Meal 6 would then become just a fucking glass full of ice cubes, and I just chomp it and be like,
yeah.
Used to love that. It's great.
Sometimes just have some celery. That was hardcore. Dan never gets hungry anyway, so Dan's never hungry.
Well, here's the thing: is I had this. I was speaking to Alice about this today, because I'm pretty good at just ignoring hunger, and I go straight to that feeling when you're sick, you feel sick,
nice.
So water your mouth, start getting a watery mouth,
you're absolutely empty, and you just feel sick rather than hungry. I kind of just find myself there,
So you go through it all the time and end up at the storm.
Yeah. Well, also just through the eating, even if it's off season or whatever, I never get, I'm hungry and do something about it. I'm like, well, the meal's in however long, or I don't have that reactive thing. Yeah. I don't practice it. And also when I was younger, I never got to practice it anyway. I was fed when I was fed, and that was, but I think as well, society obviously is the Snickers adverts. Oh, when hunger strikes, or are you packing?
Yeah.
Everything's designed. As soon as you feel hungry, this is bad. You must immediately eat shit. That's we are told all of this stuff. Being hungry is a totally normal thing to cope with.
Yeah, it's good for you, isn't it? It releases certain hormones and signals and
cartoons
or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, when you're hungry as well, I don't care when it says you do, even though if it's true or not, you kind of feel I'm burning some fat right now. You're I'm burning some fat right now, because my body's just eating itself.
I do.
Same as when you're hot, you definitely burn more fat when you're hot. Well, you probably burn more fat when you're hot.
Kai Green used to say that's why he wore his hoodie.
Oh, mate, that video when he's cooking, he hasn't even got a pan. He's heating up an entire
oh my god, the amount of flames are on as well.
Yeah,
wasn't that a load of rubbish though? That was just set up for the shit apartment. Then he had a nice big house somewhere else.
Yeah. So what it was after he'd already got a bit of money, apparently a bit of dough. I think he won one Arnold Classic before that, and he had moved, but then he kept this place to do his paintings. But they wanted to, they didn't want to highlight that he's out of the city. He's still there, so they made it look like that was still his residence. Yeah. But yeah, man, he had literally every stove on full heat.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking yeah.
With that red hoodie,
Maybe he went just back there to do his prep. They did Leveroni where what did Leveroni used to do? He used to put a mattress in the spare room and lay with knives and guns and just no blankets and stuff. That's going to go in your next check in there. I honestly think he probably did, because he is a bit strange. In a good way. Sorry, Kevin, I don't mean that. Not that Kevin's watching that. Kev. You never know. He might tag him in it.
Shaboom.
But yeah, he's definitely a bit strange, Kevin Vaughan.
I think every bodybuilder is, because at the end of the day, you know, we're men, we're on drugs, we're deprived of food, and we're trying to win a contest where we wear pants on stage and oil up. You know,
I was told from a very good source that he used to drink a full bottle of JD during prep every day. I don't know if it's true, but it was a very good source. I won't say the name I hear.
The final thought on the Ozempic thing was, Mike Isotal said this, is like, if you're like so hungry that you're a cunt to everyone, maybe just doing some Ozempic so you're less of a, like, I mean, that wasn't exactly.
He's probably speaking from his own opinion, I bet, because I think he used it, didn't he?
But like the you know, if that's
what somebody should have had. So did you see that? You reply that with
Oh,
that's
yeah.
So funny that.
That's that one. I don't care.
He's just like, it doesn't matter. These questions don't matter.
you don't got too much time.
Who do you admire? Nobody. It's like
no,
fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's nothing.
It was the way he said thank you afterwards. They were like, okay, thanks. He was like, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I've been watching some old bodybuilding stuff. I was watching you know, sometimes I watch Ron and Dusty do their with Scott do their like reaction videos.
Yeah.
And they were doing one to Andreas Munzer the other day, and it was so depressing because Scott picked a video that was basically just a whole documentary on why he's dead.
Oh, awesome. Is that all mates running on the beach and stuff?
Dude, no, it wasn't even that one. I was just sitting there and I was like, this is going to get good in a minute. It's going to be some training footage. It's going to be, and all it was doing, it was like an AI voice over the top saying he took so many diregs. His liver had tumors the size of baseballs. And I was like, fucking hell. And then Scott fast forwarded to try and like get different vibe. And it was still going, yeah, he took so much Winstrol. I was like, fucking hell.
Did you ever see this stuff? Did you ever see this?
I saw it. It was in a book. What book was it in?
Supposedly the story was he wrote this crazy stack down because he used to sell anabolics allegedly.
It was so loads of Winstrol.
If he got busted, he said, "Oh, all these drugs are for myself." But yeah, the dosage, I can't remember, they were mental. Like
I've read it,
like 200 milligrams of halotestin a day and stuff. And fucking crazy shit.
He was in good shape.
It was.
He was. Sorry, Andrews. He was.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Yeah.
Mate, I still watch old bodybuilding stuff all the time, and I just stop myself forwarding them on because you think, "Oh, shut up, man, you're done and living in the past." Like,
yeah.
Oh, but that's human nature. Like I've bodybuilding had the nostalgic like element. It's like music, something that you love. You love music from your youth. You love your oldest memories are ingrained in your youth. Like the biggest connection.
It's just very little stuff that I watch online now that I get really like I think it's good anymore. It's too boring now. Maybe it's like you say, because everybody's doing the same stuff. I don't know.
Well,
maybe it's just too much of it now. Yeah, too much of it.
It's not. It's happening too often. It's like watching fireworks every night. It'd be boring as fuck.
Oh, they do that here.
Do you know what I mean? The I was gonna say, I saw Lee Powell's doing the Masters Olympia.
Yeah. How old is Lee?
Well, he's over 50.
He's 50 plus, isn't he? Is the Masters over 45 or is it over 50?
Yeah, but I think he said because he made his return at 50, which was last year. So he must be pushing 51. Fair play to him.
Yeah, he still looks pretty fresh, man.
Mate, he was so good in his time, wasn't he? Like, he had like some really round muscle bellies, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you forget.
Yeah, big long triceps and back. Like, I remember seeing him backstage at the Grand Prix. Low. When he won his pro card, because Lee didn't win it at the British End. I think he won one of the Grand Prix amateur.
Yeah,
because
he lost the heavy. He won in 2001. He came second in the heavyweights to Steve Avery, like light heavies, and then the following year, I think he won his class but didn't win the overall. So then, he won 2002 or 3. I think he won his pro card at one of these Grand Prix, like Harold Marinier did.
Yeah, when Curry used to put the Grand Prix on Curry Case.
Yeah.
Because I remember at the time he was working with Paul Borson, if anybody remembers Paul Borson.
Yeah. He had a book, didn't he?
Yeah, Borson he had a couple of books. I'm sure he had a couple of books that he put out. It was more like he had a magazine, didn't he? Like about drugs and stuff. And he was a bit nuts, Paul.
Yeah, I think that's what I mostly read. When it was like Paul Borson stuff, it was all about drugs. But
yeah, he was the guru.
Was he the one who did like the steroid handbook? Was that the one?
Yeah, I think so. Well, that's William Llewellyn.
Because of the welding, isn't it?
Yeah.
He came to see me years ago when I was obviously, I think I was like 20s when I used to work at Flex's gym. He when he had was it Biohazard, the brand, the supplement brand, and he said, "Oh, let's have a look at you." And he's like, "Yeah, you got really good potential. Like, take this." And it was a lot of fucking stuff. Like, luckily, I kind of like didn't listen. It was. I remember the test alone was 2 testovirons a day. So
and testoviron was an Anth, wasn't it?
250. So there's 500 tests a day. So there's like
a day.
3.5 grams of test alone. And there was other shit on there as well. Now I'm talking about my early 20s here. If that even, to be fair, I might have been. Yeah.
Imagine the guy.
I won't take that.
Fuck, I know.
Maybe we should get Ian Morgan on here. Shout if Ian is watching this, because he worked with Paul Borson. And man, he will tell you some crazy shit. Like, you'll think he's lying, but I know he's not lying. He had Ian on like 1,000 grams of protein a day.
I feel like we're at a point where the timeline has moved so far beyond when these things happen. It's kind of like P. Diddy, that you're just going to get away with anything you say now. So we might as well just get these people on, talk some old stories, even if they include murder and fucking God knows what. It's okay. It happened. It happened.
Unfortunately, Ian was involved in that kind of scenario, but he was found not guilty, thank God. I'm
not surprised. I used to hear about all these people fucking and shit going on, and people going out of windows and shit, man. Fucking all sorts. So,
And Ian was telling this story like fucking hell, like 20 years ago, maybe. I'm trying, because I'm so old now. And I think I'm not that old. I think, yeah, I'm not old. Because I remember sending Ian my pictures early, because he was at IFBB Pro. He got his pro card the hard way. I'm sure Ian. What did Ian win? He beat Honey Granville at a contest.
Oh, Honey was very good.
Yeah, I mean, Ian just used to get shredded. He'll tell you yourself, he hasn't got the nicest of shape. He's not the hugest, but he used to get fucking shredded. And he got his pro card. I remember sending him my picture saying, like, listen, mate, like, do you think I could do well? Like, because I would actually, like, do you know how nowadays, like, everyone's an expert?
Yeah.
I would only ever ask somebody who either done it or, like, they were kind of high up in the bodybuilding world type of thing. And he's like, yeah, keep chipping away, you'll do well type of thing. And then, we got talking about stuff. And some of the stuff Boyson had him do was fucking insane.
Different time.
Maybe get him on one time.
You should. I think it'd be cool for people to hear some old stories.
Yeah. Ian is like literally no holds barred as well. Like, he's got no filter at all. So.
That's perfect.
You might have met him, James. He was the judge at the Ultraflex Open.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the judges.
Yeah, I definitely have.
I don't know if you met him, Dan. He's pretty quiet. He keeps himself to himself.
I would have done.
Yeah, you would have done.
We'll get Ian. Tell you what, we'll get Ian and Wendy on. They're from like kind of the same.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to Wendy in a long time. I hope Wendy's well.
Yeah, Wendy's looking well. She's as dedicated as ever. That'll be the weirdest accent podcast ever. We'll get Ian, Wendy, and myself on, and we'll do like a weird fucking northerner podcast.
James, can you come on as a rude boy though?
I'll come on. I'll put my my 50-cent baseball cap on, and I'll come on.
Your necklace with like the dollar sign on it.
My spinner. I've got my G unit spinner. I go like that, and it goes like my rims on my car. Yeah.
Oh, James, I think we better let you get back to being. You're going to get all that for a while now, aren't you? Like Big Papa Hollingshead and Big Daddy Cage and all that stuff. It's going to last for at least 6 months.
Yeah, it's good.
Before us guys are.
Yeah, I'll go and see the girls. It's such a nice evening here, man. This is just so chill. So it's been a pleasure to catch up, though. We talked some good. I thought we had some nice chats today. I was enjoying, especially reminiscing on some good and shit kit. I thought that was quite fun.
Yeah,
we could do a whole. We could really go into that, couldn't we? We could literally do a whole fucking breakdown of equipment and upset a few manufacturers.
Yeah, I think we did that.
Sorry, Watson. This is Watson again. Sorry, Watson.
James isn't getting any sponsorship by Watson. I was going to see when he opens his new gym. Would you think you're going to the gym game ever again, James? Or was that too of a raw decision right now?
Honestly, dude, I don't know. Fuck knows, man. I don't know. It's not even raw. It's just that like my head's just so focused on now.
Yeah, you got all the shit going on, haven't you? Yeah, that's good as well. That is good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a good thing because having an occupied mind is quite healthy.
Yeah. The devil makes work for idle minds.
Idle thumbs.
I mean, so, like some things happened for a reason, and at least that door closed before this one opened.
Absolutely, absolutely, dude. Like, I'm glad my daughter was born not during, because it would have been extra stress. I'm glad that, you know, and again, you know, I got the opportunity to be here in Norway for a little while. It's good. Life's good. I can't complain, man. There's a lot of, you know, obviously everyone's got some hardships going on, but there's also a lot of positives. So you just got to try and focus on a few things, like even like down to the fact that we get on here and have a chat as a few mates. You know, it's a good thing. Not everyone has that.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So some people ain't got no mates. Sometimes they're cunts and they have no mates, but sometimes they're nice people and they have no mates.
I've slipped through the net somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. You seem very happy, James. It's nice to see, because you were highly stressed for quite a long period.
I was highly stressed and highly strung. But I'm like I say, when I'm over here, I've got my laptop and thingy. So if you want another man to jump on and chat, I'm always happy to jump on. You just send a message, I'll be there.
We always do, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. You deserve it.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, Dan.
Big love.
All right, nice to catch up, guys.
Yeah, I'll hit you up, no doubt, over WhatsApp over the next few days.
I'll see you the weekend, James. I'm going to fly. I haven't got Leah this weekend, so I'm coming.
Yeah, buddy. Get it done.
A knock on the door. Why are you, man?
If you do that,
even
I'm there,
I don't talk like that. It's just that was actually put on. I don't talk sweet.
Listen, it's an open invite. It's an open invite. Don't be strangers. It's cheap flights, 90 quid or some shit. Let me know.
Yeah, we're coming to Harold's, Jim. We're coming to Harold's.
Mate, Harold,
yeah, boy.
I'm there.
Harold, they're coming. The British boys are coming.
Yes, sir. All right, big love, guys. Great to catch up.
All right, nice one, guys. We'll chat to you
soon, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.
Adios.